and hopefully the parents are enjoying themselves all at the same time. All right. Do the great three free things: like, share, and subscribe. Today's word of the day is revocable. Stands for something that can actually be revoked and whatnot. And I chose this word today, revocable, because especially hopefully that today's parents are in instituting certain, not only the good values of being good people as they raise them, but they're instituting the values of not just taking everything with education when it comes to believing in every single thing. I think, the beautiful thing about the United States of America is you're allowed to question stuff without getting beheaded. Like if you try to question things, if you're in China or Russia, it might not work out in your favor. And in certain other countries. So that's the beautiful freedoms that we have, is people being able to, question things. Now, a lot of times people want to get in their feelings when you question things. I remember going to school, I got into trouble for questioning things. Even when my mother would take me to church, I would get into trouble for questioning things, having an opinion. Lord forbid a child have their own opinion about a situation. Doesn't mean that, your opinion is necessarily 100% going to be accurate and whatnot. But if you're thinking, then that lets me know that you have a curiosity about something, and you're not just only willing to accept what's given to you. Because to me, that's what makes people unique. That's what makes anyone unique, is when they question things, when they, like, I always give people credit for the ones who have their own styles, the way that they dress, the way that they act and carry themselves and whatnot, because wanting to look like everybody else is probably one of the most corniest things on the planet. Wanting to keep up with quote unquote today's fashions is one of the most corniest things on the planet for me. I like to dress how I dress, and it is what it is. I don't look like the rappers on TV, and I don't want to look like the rappers on TV. I don't want to wear the skinny jeans. I don't want to wear the very tight shirts. That's not my style and whatnot. And that's just what it is. Being able, but I've always been to wear my own thing, have my own opinion, and whatnot, and form my own way, and try to live life more on my terms instead of just living life on someone else's terms, because that's, to me, that's the easiest route to go. And it brings me, with it being the first day of school for a lot of people, I know a lot of kids have already gone back to school, but the thing about education and how I've thrived more with self-education and education I've had to pay for than just dealing with the standardized education mode that's out there from the public school systems or anything else. And that's the beautiful thing about today's world. There's so many online programs and there's so many events you can go to where you can, when you're around a specific mindset, you can not only think outside of the box, but you can live outside of the box, and you can do certain things in life that you never thought that you could accomplish in this life. You know what I mean? So I find that to be awesome all at the same time. So as I'm reading this book, it stated that John D. Rockefeller, founder of General Education Board, stated that I do not want a nation of thinkers. I want a nation of workers. And hey, I'm not mad at that. This was actually, and there was actually a board that created, his statement was made public and it was talked about. This is back in 1903. All right. In regards to the Rockefeller funds to education. They didn't want, because obviously, John D. Rockefeller, had Ford Motors, all that great stuff. He needed, that's what education was intensified during that time frame, because of, education was intensified during that time frame because America was moving from an agricultural workforce to an industrial workforce. Now America's more of a information-based workforce and service-based workforce. Not, we're not ever going to be the coal mining, unless other nations collapse like it was back in the WW1 and WW2 days. America's never going to be the coal mining manufacturing hub of the world. That's the only way. And the only reason why we were at that time was because the other institutions did not have their stuff together, and they were closed off to the world, i.e. China. And then two, they weren't as industrialized. A lot of even countries still didn't even have electricity at the time. So it's just some, certain instances not even running water. So it's a lot of things to take into consideration. But now the world has changed. The world is more global. You have more international trade agreements than ever before. And the point is, because I'm not going to get into the politics of it, I don't care who made the agreements. It is what it is. The thing is, knowing that education is and even Gary Vee said this. He said school failed me. He said school's failing entrepreneurs all the time because it's made, just like the statement from John D. Rockefeller stated, the statement was made that, hey, it's for people who are to make you a worker. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. That's the way the system is brought up. Cool. But if you know this going into the system, it's like when people go into jail, they, for the most part, especially in today's world, they know what they're facing. When people join the military, for the most part, they know what they're facing. And even when people go to college and whatnot, they know what to expect. So if you go into college with an entrepreneurial mindset, you know that you're going to be getting two kinds of education. The entrepreneurial mindset is, hey, I'm going to get education online, and then when it comes to the worker's mindset, I'm going to get education when it comes to the academics. There's nothing wrong with getting both sides of it. There's nothing wrong with getting both sides of it. Because another thing that caught my eye from this book is that these people do not have college degrees. Michael Dell, Steve Jobs, Julian Assange, Bill Gates, Evan Williams, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison. And and actually, when it comes to the House of Representatives of the United States of America, I'm not saying anything good or bad about them, just making a fact from this book I'm reading, states that 21% of the members of the House of Representatives graduated from college. Mm-hmm. Less than 35% of those who are 30 millionaires in the House attended college. All right, and about 739 out of 2,447 billionaires do not have a college degree. All right, and you can do the math on it yourself and do the, for the accuracy, question what I say, challenge what I say. That's cool. But the bottom line at the end of the day is even Kanye West is a billionaire and he's a college dropout. His first quote unquote album was College Dropout. So I went to college. I'm not knocking anybody who went to college. And I know that in today's world, the public school system and private school systems still push people going to college and act like that there's no option outside of that. And I just call, nonsense on that one, because you got people in America who are doing very well financially and taking care of their families, and they can't even speak English. Okay. They don't have a high school diploma, let alone a college degree. So it's all about the skill set you have. It's all about what you want to do in this life, and be revocable in regards to what people tell you, meaning do your own research. You can accept what somebody tells you without being disrespectful, but then after that, do your own research. The one great thing about the kids today that are in high school and college, they have the internet, they have social media, they have all these outlets that show them things that counter the arguments of their teachers and their elders, that can counter certain things. Well, okay, I can accept that and be respectable to my elders. However, that's not the path I want to take in this life. By seeing, the beautiful thing about platforms like a YouTube and Apple and Spotify, whatever have you, is that you see people living a lifestyle. You might see a lawyer and like, hey, I want to live the lifestyle that person's living. You might see an entrepreneur, hey, I want to live the lifestyle that person's living. You might see a digital nomad who makes money online and they're living in Panama or Mexico or Nigeria, and they're living their best life or whatnot because they make money online. Hey, I want to live that lifestyle. Or you just might see somebody who's like a lawyer, a doctor, a pharmacist, a nurse, whatever have a program manager of a project, and they're raising a family in a small town or a suburb and whatnot. Hey, I want to live that lifestyle. That's the beauty. The world is, like, especially nowadays, the world is yours. The world is your oyster for the young people. Do not let your elders crap on your dreams and tell you that you cannot do certain things in this life. It's easier for you to just go with the program and just go to school and get the good grades, get the job, get in student loan debt, and that's that. But it's even better to counter those things and have an agenda and have a plan, and to not just be the best of what the system tells you to do, but be the best of who you want to be. And that's the beautiful thing about the United States. You have all these options. So take advantage of those options. I've known people that went to college and did a lot of great things, whether it was with a career, whether it was having their own businesses. A lot of people who joined the military did the same thing. Merchant Marines did the same things. There's so many different opportunities out here. Okay, but it doesn't mean just because you got a degree in something and a certificate in something, then that's the end of it all. That's the end of your chapter. I always say that that's 1985 thinking. That is not 2022 going into 2023 thinking. So think outside the box, family. Do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Don't forget to check out my online store. And if you're a stock market investor, individual retirement account investor, bond investor, crypto investor, don't forget to check out signing up with Crypto.com, WEBULL, Stash, Acorns, Coinbase, and all that great stuff. And with those platforms, when you sign up, you'll be able to make some money. All the links are in the description for everything I just stated. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. And even when it comes to education, that's a money move in itself, man. Take care. Have a great day. And, hey, enjoy your life. And, to the students that are going back to school, enjoy yourself. Take care.